Astros versus Devil Rays for all the marbles to advance to take on the top-seeded Bombers. Both teams 8-6 in the regular season. I try and win this matchup to go on to face the 12-2 Junior Bombers. Amir Khan will lead things off for Houston. Second baseman. Nomar only threw 4 outs this season, but he is going to start on the mound here against Amir. Amir drives the first pitch into left field. It is going to get down for at least a single. Amir thinks about going to second, thinks better of it. On the first pitch, he gets on base for his brother Ahmed.
You know, that's the way siblings help each other out. Amir getting on base so Ahmed could hit him in.
He's not in scoring position just yet. Again, Ahmed could homer him home.
Everybody's in scoring position when
nearly
Ahmed's
every other
up
game
to bat.
this season. Well, he's taking a couple of strikes, 0-2. It's that one on the ground. Fielded over at third. This will at least be a force out at second. Chance to turn 2. Not in time for Randy over at first base. Reaches, but not safely. It is a force out, 1 away. Brings up the other main power of this group.
Rachel is a great power hitter with her 98 power. That is higher than Ahmed.
Hasn't been able to exploit it with Ahmed. Ahmed was 6 homer to Rachel's 4. Takes one low and inside. Buena did hit for an average dead 500 and on-base percentage above 60%. Takes another one outside. Randy Johnson in this one now after Nomar got that first out. Johnson, the workhorse, threw over 58 innings, 3.60 ERA. Whip, though, nearly up to 2. Ended up at 1.89. Strike to ball rate, only 1.55. And he is dead behind down here at 3-0. Uh-oh. Intentional walk. We'll see if this is a glitch or not. It looked like everything's okay despite the visual hiccup.
Everything's
After the 3-0
okay.
count. After the 3-0 count, just decided to give up the base there. Ashley Weber, the cleanup hitter, drives one over the field, gets down. Ahmed safe at first. Bases are full of Astros. The second, third, and fourth hitters in the lineup all on base for Sydney Weber. Weber hitting .511 in the regular season. Did not draw a single walk. Hits the first pitch on the ground. Caught at third. Throw it to the plate. Will not be in time to stop the run. Didn't take the free out that could have been there over at third or first and paid the price. 1-0 Astros. Bases still loaded. Still one out for Adam Van Doren.
AVD is mostly known as a speed hitter. You know, he grounds it and gets on. He's not really known for outstanding batting ability.
He's had issues driving runs in. Only 3 RBIs this season. Let's face a friendly 2-0 count.
Even friendlier 3-0 count.
Well, he can't eventually walk here without giving him another run. Randy Johnson in a real heap of trouble. And the Devil Rays, again, not a team with offensive power. This could turn out really badly, really quickly. Ball 4, it's upstairs.
Jeez.
And it's getting from bad to worse. For the Devil Rays,
Astros trying to get him to swing.
At this point, he's just daring Randy to throw it over the heart of the plate. 2-0 Houston already. He awaits him up first. Ever since the force out, it has been all Houston. Brings up Jocinda Smith. Hitting .250. Johnson with a 5th consecutive ball. 2 1.
Oh
And
god.
that ball
Randy can't find
six.
his zone today.
And again, there's not really much pitching in the stat line to reach. No one else has gotten even 6 outs of the regular season. This is all Randy.
You know, maybe you
And
should
while
have
he
kept
has good
Nomar on
stamina,
the
he does not
mound.
have unlimited stamina. His good stamina does not have unlimited stamina. 3-1 now, risking another bases-loaded walk.
And Jocinda is actually a decently dangerous hitter and online due to the buffs given to line drive. She can hit it consistently to the outfield.
Full count now. Randy trying to minimize the damage. Even just another run would be cataclysmic. Popped up backwards. We stay at 3-2.
I mean, anything in the zone is a positive outcome for Randy.
It could very well in the game if it's an extra base hit. Swung on and missed, and that one was low. So after being patient all inning, goes after one just a bit underneath the zone and gives Johnson a life raft in this inning. 2 away.
It seems like O-Stars got a bit impatient there because he's watched so many pitches go by.
Riley only hitting 205, I believe, in the regular season. Was 8 for 39. 2 RBIs. But could put this one right out of reach. Hits it on the ground. Weber heads home. They just need to get one out, and they do over at third to get rid of the other Weber twin. But not before the Astros put up 2 on an inning where only one ball really left the infield there. Now I think the home away thing is...
It's been swapped.
Yeah.
So this is currently the bottom of the first.
Yeah. And that's why he was setting up the lineup for the pitcher to lead off next inning with Catherine because of the 8 batters in the first. So 2-0 on the score box. Bottom of the first. First pitch hit over to Amir Khan and thrown to Ahmed. Quick one pitch out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Claudia is a really good hitter who can pretty much hit any type of swing she wants. But sometimes she's just inconsistent. Sometimes everybody is inconsistent.
That's the last thing needed at this point right now as it stands. 1 away. Courtney Valentino, the third baseman at the plate. Down 0-2 to Asher. Asher threw 53 2/3 regular season. Had an ERA of 1.57. That's over 2 points better than what Randy had. And gets strike 3. High and inside looking.
This is a horrible start for the Devil Rays. Nobody on for Debbie.
Asher only had 7 strikeouts in that 53 2/3, but gets one here to bring up Nagasawa with no one on and 2 outs.
Now, Debbie is a really solid bat. 85 power, 95 contact. But she isn't always the best at hitting homers.
1-2. Hook lands low and away. Swung past the heat at the top of the zone. Asher challenged Nagasawa up high and blew it right past her. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Brings us to the top of the second. Houston up 2-0. Now looking to add some insurance. Asher, the one batter to not come to the plate in the top of the first inning for Houston.
And that's probably a good thing, because Catherine really cannot do anything else but pitch.
You also have to worry that that would be an automatic first out before the Converters could come up and start doing some damage. Asher is hitting a respectable 250. That beats both Mahoney, Sizemore on the Devil Rays offense. 0-2. Pretty much just going to take that one the entire way.
I mean, the best scenario for Catherine is probably a walk.
Well, Randy's given up a couple of those so far, including one with the bases
We know
loaded.
well.
Not unthinkable. They have to swing it 2-2, hits it up the middle. Randy's height just going to allow him to take that one down.
I'm shocked he even needed to jump.
That'll bring up Amir Khan, who singled back in the first. Hits it on the ground. Randy right in the way of that one. A couple of quick 1-3 putouts here in the second brings up Ahmed Khan, who hit into a force out, but eventually did score on that bases loaded grounder.
The Axeman, namesake of our BBL this season, can do some damage.
Didn't want to try and drive that one high and inside on a 1-0 count. Understandable. This is good news for Randy. He is now at full stamina after what was a 20 to 25 pitch first inning. That is a blessing right there for the Double Rays. But again, the damage already feels like it's been done at 2-0, even if it's not shown on the scoreboard. That is a third straight 1-3 putout to the end of the inning. Much better second than the first for the big unit. Still
Randy is a really dominant pitcher.
Favor of Houston heading to the bottom. It's the bottom of the second. Cleanup hitter, but also a solid leadoff man for the start of an inning. Nomar, the center fielder, to the plate.
Of course, he started the game at pitcher.
And he got it out, and then Randy came in and all went sideways. Asher already with a couple of punch-outs.
Asher's really efficient today.
Another quick 0-2 count. Amar with no walks this season versus 6 strikeouts. He's gone on base 33% of the time. Asher tried to backdoor that hook low and inside. 2-2 delivery. Fouled off.
Staying alive.
Amar does have a pair of triples on the year. Puts that one up towards Sidney Weber in center. Weber will come up with it, one away.
You know, you wish that landed somewhere else.
Again, already we're seeing the issues with this offense. A 160 hitter batting 5th.
Now, Jerry is a real potential man. A6 power, normally good enough to hit a few homers per season.
Well, he's not been able to find one all year. The only homers on this team have come from Nagasawa and, ironically, Randy Johnson, who has 1. Nagasawa has 3. If there was ever a time to put one out of the yard, the Super Colosso Dome, this would be it. 2-2. I don't have that on the stat sheet.
Probably in postseason stats.
That is true. But that may mean he's already got one postseason clutch. He might have a second. Rachel Albuena heads back. It's off the fence. Jerry heads for second and actually gets that one there and gets the out at second. Mahoney got too greedy. And what could have been a long single.
Slow. Mahoney is like so slow. He has no speed.
And you know, he did hit one out in game 1. You got to think, though, he was really wishing that he was at Parks for that one. That would have been gone in game 2 at Parks. Grounded to the catcher, and that will be a quick third out. Mahoney puts the fear of God into a baseball for a single, but is out at second. That is 6 straight batters down. On the bottom side of the inning, we head to the top of the third.
Rachel Albuena.
That one popped up in the air. This will stay in shallow center. And bonked off the shortstop. Free base for the power hitter to bring up the Weber twins.
And you really don't want to see that from Trent Sizemore. Normally, he's supposed to be one of your more decent fielders.
Especially because
And he has
Sizemore only
100
has
coordination.
one hit all regular season. Sizemore needs to come up with stuff in the field. Doesn't go after that one as well. It gets past the left fielder into center field now. This could be a double. Labuena heads over to third, will reach safely.
And that's our
Double
first extra base
by
of the
Weber.
game.
And that brings up Sydney, who can put this really far out in the rearview mirror.
This is a nightmare scenario for the Devil Rays. No
Two in
production.
scoring position, no outs. A deep fly ball would likely score Labuena. Labuena isn't super fast. It would burn through a lot of stamina to sprint, but a deep fly ball would likely do the trick. And it also would likely get the other Weber twin over to third. That one, though, hit on the ground. Randy stares the runner back, gets the out at first by a step, one away.
Great decisions there by the Devil Rays in the field.
That's the fourth, any sort of out. Line out or ground out, straight to Johnson. All the outs back in the second, and now the first here in the third brings up Jocinda Smith. And Randy
Jocinda, not a
finally
power
ahead in the
hitter.
count at 0-2. Haven't had many pitcher-friendly counts so far in this matchup. That one decently low.
Well, that one's hit deep.
Yeah, it's hit over and to right. It got down and past, I believe, Nagasawa.
Oh my gosh.
Toward the wall. This will be at least 2 bases, maybe 3, and it will be 2 runs.
4-0.
And the Houston Astros, for the first time this season between these two teams, have hit the 4-run mark. Neither team has put up more than 3 in their 3 matchups so far this season. But here in the third inning, the Astros already have 4. Perhaps looking for more with Adam Van Doren.
And you gotta wonder, how are the Devil Rays gonna come back from this? There's always a chance. We've seen some rallies, but as you stated,
like
this does not look
that
amazing.
10-minute pause didn't really help Tampa Bay in the way you thought it would. That one popped up over to second. Also gets down. Really, it feels like the only time the Devil Rays had a chance was when they got 3 straight outs to Johnson, and then they got that long single that was out at second. And as soon as the out at second happened, it feels like the momentum has completely swung back in the Astros' favor.
Baseball God just decided to punish them for the greed.
Brings up Mary Riley. At this point, really the only hope for Johnson you'd think would be to try and turn 2 in some sort of fashion. 1-1
It's
count.
possible for this team to turn 2.
They likely would have really liked it back in the first. Swung on and missed. Smith thought about headed over to third. Goes back to second. Smith's been draining some stamina over at second base. At this point at 4-0, even though Smith's,
she does not have good stamina. As half stand.
Even though she's a bit gassed, there's 4-0. I think you would take 1 or 2 gassed players to get that 4-0 lead here in the playoffs.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. But you didn't need to gas Jocinda down. I think what gassed her
Riley
down
got a good piece of that one. It's headed into right field. Nagasawa.
Whoa.
Jocinda back to second safely, 2 away.
I mean, you definitely wish you saw that level of fielding from Nagasawa on the Jocinda hit. But, I mean, you'll take anything at this point.
Last hitter in the lineup, Catherine Asher. Definitely don't want to let her reach and let Amir get up to a situation that could be bases loaded. He could put the game clear and out of the picture completely.
Official mercy rule is 10 runs.
Throw over to third. 2-0 count. Still threatened to steal with Jocinda, which I am surprised by. That one put up in the air. Catcher gets it. Throw to first, despite the collision in time. But the Astros put up two more, headed to the bottom of the third. They are up 4-0. It's the first time all playoffs in the Meisenheimer division that we've had a team score 4 runs.
I mean, there's only been like a couple of games.
Well,
There's
there's
only been
technically
three.
been 3 series. Now, obviously, we did not get the Padres Wombat series in, and technically, if you want to argue, those, if anything, would be like 6-0 forfeits. You give a run per inning and forfeits, and what will be standard is 9-0. But in actual games playing, that is the first time a team has gotten 4 runs in the Meisenheimer division. We've actually had
Mickey was
3
80
10-run
power.
games. But all of those are from the Wheeler division, the Hornets twice, and the Fishes once. 1-2 count to Mickey O'Connor, 7th hitter in the lineup. Sidney Weber now on the mound. Again, the Weber twins have actually been very solid and competent in relief behind Asher. Combined ERA of a little over 3. Got the swing and a miss on one. Low against O'Connor.
And you might think Mickey was getting a bit too aggressive on those repeat left hooks.
Sizemore's been having offensive troubles all year. Had a defensive gaffe back in the top side of the inning.
Yeah, Sizemore is batting 040. That is one hit on the entire season. He's a contender for least valuable player.
And you can't even say his fielding has made up for it. 3 errors in the regular season, and of course, that very costly one there. The top side of the inning. Runs created of .08. I just can't imagine it ever be that low. Fouled off 1-2. At this point, his best outcome would just be to force Weber to work some here, try and gas her down.
Sizemore is fast. He can hit some singles in the infield.
He ain't doing it this time. He stares one down low and away. That's, I believe, strikeout number 4 combined for Houston so far.
That does sound right.
Asher had a pair in the first, Weber with a pair here in the third. I don't believe there's any in the second.
And here's prolific home run hitter Randy Johnson, tied for second on the team with one nuke.
Tied for second? He's alone in second.
Mahoney.
That
one in
doesn't really count for regular season stats.
It still counts. It was a
in the
good
9 to 10
hit.
games the Devil plays played, I'd say.
Okay, yeah. I always say when there's Randy playing in a game I'm commentating, watch out for him. He hits it sometimes far.
They definitely like a run here. They're already down by 4. They need to make up a run an inning on average. That one will not leave the yard. It will not even leave the infield. Weber all over that. Throws it over to Ahmed Khan. That is 9 up, 9 down. Technically not a no-hitter, despite the score sheet. Mahoney did hit a technical single, but
it's a backyard baseball no-hitter.
In fact,
it's a backyard baseball perfect game.
Already burning through half their offensive outs are Tampa, down by 4. Brings up the top 3 of the order. On stairs that one.
Third time around. Ooh.
That is a solid backdoor hook. 1-2.
Looks like Randy's getting in a groove.
Better late than never. Put on the ground, hit over to third. Throw will be over in plenty of time.
You gotta be thankful for Courtney's solid arm there.
Ahmed 0 for 2, but has scored once.
He's not improving that average.
He will get another putout. 2 away. this point, the Astros very well may be in cruise control on the offensive side. Also, they seem to be getting runs in the odd number innings. 2 in the first and third. The even number innings seem to be where they settle down.
Now, the Devil Rays seem to get runs in no innings.
They had the hit in the even number inning. Maybe the fourth is their best shot. It will be at the top of the order, 1 through 3.
Good points.
The way things are going, they may not really get another shot in the 6th. 2-1. Bueno, the right fielder.
Rachel always has an opportunity to equalize any game.
At this point, all she needs to add is insurance. Bounces off the third baseman, and Bueno with another base hit. Either 2 for 3, or I think even 3 for 3. It's definitely reached base safely 3 times.
Brings 2 for 2
Weber.
with the walk.
Yeah, that's very impressive stat line. It's not the stat line you'd expect from a power hitter, but Bueno's base running hasn't been a deficit or anything. It might be here. Weber hits it on the ground. Bueno will be out with plenty of time at second. That one, though, more on Weber than Rachel, I would say. Astros held scoreless in the 4th, but still have the 4-run advantage.
Claudia, always a good bat. I mean, can't go wrong with Villarta.
Looking for a better outcome than the first inning, where she grounded out on 1 pitch over to second base. Both teams come into this matchup 8-6.
Oh, that looks like
one is
outcome.
Well hit over into left field. It will not leave, but it will be at least a base. This time, the throw to second, not in time. It is a double.
But what a heck of a try from Sydney.
Devil Rays do show life here. That'll bring up Courtney Valentino.
And you did predict it. The 4th looks like it's the Devil Rays inning.
Well, they've gotten the hit. They've gotten that first true base runner. Now they've got to capitalize.
Courtney's a really good player to capitalize. Oh my God.
Put up in the air to left field.
He's doing the dance.
Gone.
Courtney.
That ball is history.
That's what you want to see for the Devil Rays.
Tampa Bay cuts the lead in half. It is now 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th with a pair of extra base hits.
And you gotta start thinking there's a chance. B0kchoy definitely seems to be on fire now. Commentator's curse hopefully doesn't strike.
And that does guarantee that both of those players will get to a hit no later than the 6th inning.
Ooh.
Nagasawa puts one up in the air.
3 straight hits to Van Doren.
And he's not be able to come up with that one. That is going to be a bloop single. 3 consecutive hits now. They're missing everything. They've gotten everything but the triple. They're still missing that for the inning cycle. And who else but the man who's hit a pair of them this season? As Nomar, the cleanup hitter, comes to the plate.
Never think a timeout for the Astros, probably regrouping.
Ashley Weber has not had a good inning whatsoever. Probably did at least one out there on the most recent batter. But Catherine Asher...
Reinforcing that outfield there, because Van Doren definitely seems to not be working.
Asher got 6 consecutive outs in the first 2 innings. To try and play firemen here. Tying run now at the plate. Still no outs. Asher's 24th pitch. Hit again to left field. Sydney Weber cannot track it down. Ashley Weber also gives chase. Throw back into the infield for Smith. It is the 3rd extra base hit this inning. The 4th straight. The tying run is in scoring position for Jerry Mahoney, who showed power just last time he was at the plate.
Jerry Mahoney, the go-ahead runner. He can hit one out of here. Will he? Luck says no, but who cares about luck today? It's backyard baseball, baby.
Well, it's been some luck for both sides, but right now it's all now going up in Tampa Bay's directions after what was basically 3 innings
Oh,
of
that
nightmare.
foul.
I don't think LeBuena is going to be able to get that. It'd be crazy after all this talk about how the Devil Rays, don't really have the offense on paper. Haven't put up more than 3 this postseason.
I am manifesting
Or
a
again,
good game.
just in general this season in the first 3 games. All of a sudden have a 5-run inning. That would truly be unexpected. Out is full to the second baseman.
You wouldn't mind a
load
walk
up.
here.
It would put the double play back in consideration.
I mean, you could even think a triple play isn't a possibility.
Amir is going to come in. I believe, though, Amir is nerfed as a pitcher, despite his boost as a batter when he's with Ahmed. It's a very interesting move. Asher is
When with
running out
Ahmed, Amir
against.
decides to take a different play style.
So this is very interesting. He's going to be throwing the payoff pitch here to Jerry.
Oh, that one looks...
And he looked at it!
Oh my gosh! What a pitch!
Nerves of steel by the younger Khan brother. 1 away. Got a valuable more juice power
solid.
as well. With that 5th strikeout this game. On the ground and foul. So now at some point he could absolutely bring Asher back in, I think. DJ Sharif fouled the first one off, takes a ball 1-1. Sharif hitting .296. Only had 1 extra base hit all regular season.
Therese has decent batting stats, 6 speed.
At this point, if he puts anything deep in the outfield, it would cut the lead to 1. That is hit on the ground. Throw home to prevent the runner. It's going to be a fielder's choice to load the bases. 1 out, looking for that inning double play now against Mickey O'Connor.
Mickey, 80 power.
And they're going to play the defense in. This could get knocked over some heads here.
Mickey only 4 speed, so you're most likely getting the out at first.
Yeah, and again, low speed at first. If this ball is hit to the shortstop or second baseman, it is the most textbook double play in the world. The question is getting it in play. It's 3-0 count. We've already seen 1 bases loaded walk. We could be seeing 1 on the other end. Does get the zone there. 3-1. Really has got to attack the zone at 3-1 still. O'Connor puts it foul, count full.
He knows his purpose. He just wants a run at all costs.
Orlando's been forcing chases outside of the zone earlier this game. That one hits a shortstop, bounces off Jocinda, and falls over. The run scores.
No way.
Run down at home. Riley, though, not ready for it. It's a tie game.
This is historic.
It's a 4 spot. In the bottom of the 4th, it's 4-all.
The only time the Devil Rays have scored more than this is when they put up 7. That 7 was against, I believe, Scotty and the Tigers.
Oh, if Sizemore somehow, some way found a mythical home run, they'd have a 7 spot. Don't know if that's in the cards, but they have tied the game from what seemed like insurmountable odds.
I was telling you, there's a chance.
All of a sudden, that cruise control on the top of the 4th is looking really, really bad from the top of the Astros lineup.
Ooh, clutch
strike 3. Ironically, at this pace, if we go to extra innings, we would need another rehost, and that would get everyone's stamina back up to 100. That could change things real quick. We still got to get there.
I believe now we are guaranteed to see Villarta at least next inning.
Yeah, talked about, we were going to see her at least in the 6th now, and that has definitely
Now it's at least
changed.
in the 5th.
Yeah.
Maybe in this one. Ooh, but
It's up to Van Doren. I don't think he's going to find it. No, he will not.
Adam doing classic Adam things.
He lost that one in the lights. Mir is running
Excuses,
out of gas.
excuses. He's lost all of the balls that have come to him in the light.
There's no one at first, but there is a play at second to get out of the inning. But not before the Devil Rays tie it with a 4-run rally, including a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 4th. If we head to the 5th, it's a whole new ball game at 4-all. And boy, howdy, that nothing from the top of the order in the 4th really looks bad now for Houston. Had a chance to put it completely out of reach, couldn't take advantage. Now, perhaps all the momentum against them as well. Weber out on a 5-3 ground out brings up Jocinda Smith.
Jacinda looking to hit one pretty deep. That's not deep.
Also over to third. And the second consecutive ground out over to the third base side. 2 away. To think that outside of maybe Sydney and then whatever else you can get out of Catherine, Houston is running out of arms. They could just find a way around Randy, force Randy out of the game. They can take advantage of the lack of pitching everywhere else, but it is seeming insurmountable on the other end now, despite the tie score.
We talk about a
Trent
lot of
table set to the
insurmountable
bottom
today.
side of the order. Hits one over to first. Randy is going to try and get it done at first, and will do so. Puts it away unassisted. Second consecutive scoreless inning for Houston. Devil Rays with a chance to take the lead. The bottom of the 5th, and then force the Astros down to their last 3 outs in the 6th. Brings up Claudia.
Ooh, that's not what you want to see.
Round out over to the pitcher. 1 away. Brings up Courtney, who did a 2-run shot. A 1-run shot would put Tampa back out in front for the first time today. Tampa won the regular season matchup between these teams by a run back in May, and it was 1 run for both the home teams in games 1 and 2. Are we destined perhaps for a 4th straight 1-run finish between these historical rivals?
Oh.
Look good off the bat. It's not going to make it to the wall, but it will make it on the ground. Left field troubles continue regardless of fielder for Houston.
Just hit it to left, they tell him. Hit it to left.
Brings up Nagasawa. For that 4 straight base runners that eventually all scored in that rally last inning. Puts it on the ground. This has double play potential. Gets the one at first.
Jocinda doesn't have the arm, though.
Not enough from Jocinda. Does get the force out. 2 away to face Nomar, who doubled last time.
Omar clutch with the extra base.
Swings at the first one. Amir is able to come up with it.
And we're headed to the
Both
6th.
teams held scoreless in the 5th. If we're held scoreless here in the 6th, we're going to be set for a complete restart for extra innings, I believe. At least we'd have to restart halfway in the 6th. It's a crazy inning. Mary Riley near the bottom of the order will start things off. Houston's last chance to try and win it in regulation by taking a lead here.
Oh, pretty greedy there.
Tried to get Johnson's fastball. No such luck. That fastball is probably the only way that Riley could really turn a pitch around for any decent drive.
54 power, 81 contact. That's solid.
Two and two. Johnson with a pair of walks and no strikeouts from the big unit. That one foul. Could have gotten a free out over at first there if it stayed fair. Second attempt at 2 and 2. Bounced off the ground, up over to third. It didn't even bounce off the ground. It was a straight line drive and caught. Route number 1.
I mean, at least you see
really
the top
is
of
not
the order.
Part of the lineup you want to see in this situation. It's 8, 9, and 1. Break up Amir from the rest of the lineup. Now, of course, you can survive the bottom of the 6. We'll bring up 2 through 4 if Amir is out. Or the 7th, but you got to survive that 6 first. Got 1 and 1.
Now, Catherine, she has a 250 average.
Now, she's been able to out-hit both Mahoney and Sizemore. Unable to out-hit Johnson in average. Definitely not the weakest hitter in this game.
Yeah, 39-69 batting is solid.
Surprised that was not taken at
Whoa.
3 and 1. Actually got a good piece of it. But that one is caught in left field. Brings up Amir. 1 for 3.
That's some solid hope.
Amir had a single home run in the regular season. Did have 9 RBIs. Ahmed behind him.
Oh, you
led the
don't
team
want
with
this to come down to the next few batters. You want a homer with Amir. Any other outcome would probably be disappointing.
base hit to lead into Ahmed would at least be tolerable.
Last time that happened, it was a fielder's choice.
Hit over to third, throw to first in plenty of time. Double Rays have a chance to close it out in a 4-all ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Walk it off and go and face BRK's Junior Bombers in the next round. Mahoney hit a big home run in game 1, almost got one earlier in this matchup. Struck out last time. A 3-2
The
pitch
duality
low and
of
away. He was
Mahoney.
looking at it.
With 0-2 count.
And for the
Oh my
second
gosh.
time in a row, Mahoney stares at strike 3, 1 away.
What a topper from there. That one barely in the zone. Even if Mahoney read it correctly, there's no way he gets anything on it.
You can always blame the catcher for framing it. Jocinda unable to get that one. Again, left field issues for Houston. Once more, tying run will now be... Not tying run, the winning run, in fact, over on first base. It's a 4-all ball game. Question is, does
you
Mickey
can't
have
really
what it
give
takes?
heat to Mickey.
Does Mickey have what it takes to drive him in? First pitch
Well,
low.
from first, probably not.
He's going to try. He's put it over into the old thorn of left
Looks like Ashley's
field.
there.
But Ashley will come down with that one. 2 outs. We are 1 away from extras.
Yeah, great effort from the mid to bottom part of this order.
This is
I mean,
probably
Mahoney-
the perfect matchup for Asher. Is against Sizemore.
Good Sizemore, fast, not good batting.
And only 1
He's
hit all
definitely-
regular season. there was ever
Definitely
a
the
guy
type
you'd
of
want
person
to
to
face.
put it in the infield.
There's ever a guy you want to face to force it to extras. This would probably be it. But on the ground,
That one's
Catherine
placed
runs after it.
well.
But not well enough. Out at first. We are headed to extras. These historical rivals refuse to end it in regulation. Of course, we'll likely have extras split up across a second game session here. Unless the Astros put across two. If they take one but take the lead, we'd have to still restart with full stamina for everyone in the bottom of the seventh. Order of the order, 2 through 4 for the visitors.
I don't really think you want to walk Ahmed, because that puts up Rachel, and you don't want to walk Rachel because then the Webbers are up.
He's not going to walk him. Johnson's all over that one away.
He's just simply too tall.
If there's ever a time to get in a rundown, it would be here, because if you get only one run, you don't suffer any consequences. You get full stamina from a game restart. Inside to La Buena. Has been the best hitter so far for Houston. 2 singles and a walk. Has not been out all game.
Rachel always a homer fret.
Hits that one to dead center, but really didn't really have to make much movement towards that. I believe that's Nomar pulling that down. Route number 2.
Yep.
It'll be up to the
No
Weber
more
twins to try
steady
and fight
hand
them
in
off.
the field.
We've got a pause going on here. And winner of this matchup will face the K Bombers, who got the first seed, got the first run by from this division.
And we got an update from the Junior League. Nate Tastic eliminates G Schlim.
A score of 2-1 by the Junior Fishes over the Minnesota Twins. Yes, once more, they'll be taking the W out of the Twins' name.
They're just the Tins now.
So with the way the historical team's going, they're just the TS now.
Yes.
Weber lines out 2 left. I believe that will necessitate another game session. We'll start off in the bottom of the 7th. Into the 6th quarter hour of this marathon matchup, bottom of the 7th. Brings up Randy Johnson.
Randy walk-off would be insane.
He got apparently a Mahoney walk-off in game 1, I believe. Would be time for some clutch heroes to come in and continue.
Oh my gosh,
Run
Catherine.
Quick 0-2 count. Johnson fouls it off.
I mean, an
Taking
0-2
it
count is better than
Above
an
the
out.
nose line for what it's worth. In fact, nearly hit 300 in the regular season.
Randy's always got potential to be a solid hitter in the right hands.
Ayers at full stamina, and he got all of that one away.
But Claudia's dangerous.
It only takes one big swing to send the Devil Rays to the next round here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, one big swing or a couple little swings.
Quick 0-2 count. Asher has been able to get ahead early 0-2 this inning.
We've seen
Full
Asher with
stamina
some
to work
amazing
with.
placement early.
Yeah, has full stamina to work with again here. Can really attack the zone. Gets another strikeout.
Oh.
It's the 6th one by this Astros squad in this matchup.
Think it might be 7.
Yeah, it could even be 7. Yeah, and this team really wasn't getting a lot of strikeouts this season. Getting some here.
But Catherine is painting the zone. She knows it in all directions. She could probably hit the zone 10 times blindfolded.
Into center, Sydney trying to take away the hit, unsuccessful. Winning
Picks it up
run
a
will
bit too
be on
late.
the base paths. 180 feet away, 3 footers away from home.
Here's Debbie.
Nagasawa takes a strike. One and one. I believe the Webbers, even though we did have a Weber recording out in the 7th, but I think the Webbers actually both lead off the 8th inning if we get there. And here comes a Weber. Sydney put
I
it
believe
away in the
Weber was up
7th.
last inning.
Well, I believe we have both Webbers
No.
here leading off 8th. Ashley Weber takes a strike here, and now the top of the 8th inning.
We might have a lot more baseball to go. So get all the water you need, or don't. I'm not your dad, or am I?
Astros got a pair in the 1st and 3rd, but didn't get anything in the 5th or the 7th. Their odd number streak seems to have fallen apart. This is going to be the middle of the order here.
Well, clearly, it's every other pair of odd number innings.
Full count. Johnson gave up 2 walks in the 1st. Hadn't given up one yet, since then, I believe. Has a full count to Ash. Still looking for his first strikeout, I believe. He's not going to get one there. Fastball ends up upstairs. Go ahead and run
Weber on
over to
first.
first. Brings up Jasona Smith, who is now at full pace here.
Not sure how much that'll matter, but
Better than
more
half
consistent
pace.
plays.
Johnson's third walk.
5,400
Those
is
2
that.
walks gave up two runs there in that inning. You gotta wonder if here at the 8th inning, that walk comes in again. Score a 5th run for
I mean, I have a
Houston.
feeling that if a runner gets in scoring position, you should take out Randy.
Well, who would come into pitch?
Anybody. This team is all the
We got no
pitchers.
Mar or Jerry. Of all things, Sizemore. He got that one, though. Finally, in the 8th inning, the big unit gets his first strikeout of the day.
And here's Adam Venn, defensive liability in left field.
Not a banner day for him. He could make stuff up, though, if he gets a good piece of contact here. Hits it the other way. Out at third. Throw to first. Not in time for the double play.
No, Valentino definitely has been putting on a Gold Glove showcase here. Although she might have had one error, if I remember.
I think on that one, though, was super hard where you couldn't really blame her. That one, very well. That's up in the
I mean,
attic
I'm
with the
already
Christmas
forgetting a
decorations.
good amount at the beginning of this game. Well, the parts where a run didn't score.
Riley just swung a bit too early on that fastball. Weber is going to steal second. Ashley now in scoring position for the Astros catcher.
Now, I think you give Randy a few more batters.
He absolutely painted the corner there. 1 and 2. Riley with only 2 RBIs in the regular season. Held off.
Can she make it free?
Lowest average on the team at 205. At this point, a walk would also be acceptable. It'd be Randy's 4th. But
Oh, that
in
was
the air, It is going to end up in shallow center and get down for a bloop single.
Oh my gosh.
Weber heads
Turn out the
home.
cannon.
Throw will be in time. Weber in a rundown. Out.
Oh! Miscalculated that rundown.
Now, I'm not sure who was up next for Houston there. If it had been
Maybe
Asher, then...
Catherine.
If it had been, if it been Asher, it still would have been difficult to get the run with runners on the corners, but now she'll also be leading off the ninth if we get there.
Let me actually verify. Yes, it was Catherine.
Yeah, that's still... I understand why you did it. Because Asher probably wouldn't be able to drive in the run, but still,
No more
that
runs
hurt.
this one.
Well, he got good contact, but it's right over to La Buena for out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th.
Rachel looked good with a namesake play.
Brings up Mahoney, who has been out 3 consecutive times, make it 4.
Make it 4.
Ahmed covers first. 2 quick outs by Catherine Asher.
For a rally in the 8th.
Yeah, a couple of quick first pitch outs allows Asher, who once again at full stamina after another restart.
Oh,
Sharif lines it over past third base. It does get a board here.
We might have something.
Smith not going to take any chances.
It's Mickey.
Mickey only with 2 RBIs all regular season.
Mickey's definitely feeling ambitious here. He had one pretty deep earlier in the game.
Again, if he hits the left field, that's been the nightmare spot for the Houston defense.
It looks like the left field might have been exercised.
Well, after enough restarts, maybe the luck breaks back in your favor over there.
As they say, 99% of gamblers quit before they make it big.
That one lined over to Smith for out number 3, scoreless 8th.
We're headed to the 9th.
3 straight scoreless innings. 6th through 8th. 6th through 5th, actually. We've had... Oh, 5th through 8th. We have 4 straight scoreless innings. It's been that 4-1 explosion, I think, in the bottom of the 4th. And then since then, neither side has been able to land a knockout blow.
It's been a bunch of Amir up next.
half-hearted jabs. And you'd think that was Catherine's. Don't tell me we've got another restart. Well, Catherine did not come up to the plate last inning, so I think it should be Catherine leading off. Catherine, I think, was set to do Okay. Asher bats 9th. Has gotten a couple of balls here from Johnson, who's had strike zone issues at certain points. And once more here, 3-0.
You don't want to give a runner on for Amir, and then you don't want to give a runner on for Ahmed.
He actually attacks the zone pretty hard there at the fastball at 3-0. You attack again at 3-1. Oh yeah, this is all attack.
Oh geez.
Foul ball. Put it right down the highway.
Like
just
7-year-old
daring Asher.
Pokemon moveset.
It was just daring Asher. Fastball again would have been strike 3, fouled off.
Asher's like, walk me, coward. And Randy obliges.
I guess that means Randy's not a coward because he did Walker.
Double play opportunity.
Got a good piece of it into left field.
Oh,
It clears. That ball is
Claudia just
history!
backed up to see it go. Amir with a
341
nuke.
feet.
Realistically, a fan would have caught that.
And the Astros back up for the first time since the fourth. 6-4.
And they just don't stop coming. Runners.
I don't believe Houston had a home run before this all game.
They have not. It was pretty sure just some bloops getting them in.
But they finally get one here from Amir. Of course, Achman should be up next. Instead is La Buena, but that does not even necessitate a game restart in this context. Again, the Astros already have 2 runs. You can't even argue the lineup changes have helped them yet. They got the original 9-1 in for 2 runs.
And Rachel and Ahmed have pretty similar stats minus the speed. But who cares? We don't want to see more resets.
Really, it has been a throwback to the days of dial-up internet. 1-2 pitch low. That one fouled off. But Alvarez already had 1 4-run comeback, and I'm going to need at least 2 more in the ninth to stay alive. Another great play over at third base for the first out.
Here's Ahmed, not in correct position, but whatever.
And they've broken up the Kahn brothers here. Takes one low and inside. Couldn't really do anything with that one, despite what the batting eye said.
I wonder what Ahmed's listening to right now.
I could throw on some sleeper.
Oh.
He lined that one over into left. Good catch.
Wow. What a play by
away what-
Claudia Villarta.
It took away what could have been an extra base hit. Keeps the bases empty against Sydney Weber.
Excellent dive. So it turns out the roster change really didn't matter.
You're
Until
still
the
were
12th,
hoping
of
that,
course.
left fielder could have climbed the wall there against Amir.
Whoa, Sydney.
And Weber able to really get on base there. That puts the Ahmed out into more perspective, though I think he still would have been forced out at second there. Brings up the other Weber twin. Looking for more insurance. The 4-run lead was not safe in the bottom of the 4th.
Let's see if teamwork does make the dream work for the Webers.
Ooh, change-up, wild pitch. Sydney Weber over to second in plenty of time. That is exactly the pitch.
Who steals for the Webers today?
At the bottom of the plate, 1-1. Sydney now in scoring position, though. That will likely be the end of the inning as Randy comes up with that one. But not before Amir Khan punishes a walk with a 2-run blast. Astros looking to advance. Devil Rays
And
down
this is
to
a
their
really
last
bad
3 outs.
position for the Devil Rays.
This is really not who they wanted to lead off here with Trent Sizemore. Last out of regulation. Now the first batter up in the do-or-die 9th inning. Down 0-2. Swung right about through that. Puts it on the ground. Gets
Decent
past Asher.
positioning.
Sizemore's got a hit!
That's like his second of
Surely no way
season
that
of
Randy Johnson, after giving up the 2-run shot, is going to answer back with one of his own.
right? Well, we've seen
Sometimes
crazier
foreshadowing is relatively
occurrences.
obvious. 1-1. How long does Asher stay in here before likely a Weber twin is brought in? Hit on the
Oh, this is
ground.
bad. This is. Well, you advance size more. Well, no, you advance
Oh no!
ready.
Riley and Asher do not call each other off. Claudia to the plate with 2 on and no out. And that, I think,
Winning
is the end for Asher
run
here.
on first. No outs. Who's ready for
Yeah,
a close finish?
vast majority of the time, you would have gotten a pair of outs before he faced Claudia, and the bases would have been empty. Claudia could not have tied the game. Now she can win the game. First pitch to the left fielder. It won't leave the yard, but it is over to left field. Smith will get the out at second. Keeps the
Runners
tying
on
run
the
over at
corners.
first. Once the runner on third matters there, I think you take that out. Tying run still on first base after that. Courtney has driven one deep before for 2 runs.
They should do it for free.
1-1. Gonna throw over to second. Weber in the way of it. That does put the tying run in scoring position.
That was a smart steal there.
I actually would have
Although-
thrown that. I feel like the runner on third should not affect the throw there. In a 2-run matchup. That's not the winning run head over to second, it's the tying run.
2-2 count.
Weber trying to get the punch out.
Salvage this.
Count is full. Walk will
Well,
load him up.
a walk would be all right. It's not a homer.
Puts it up
that
in
was
the air to
deep.
left field once again. Ashley Weber, Jocinda Smith gets the out. Ball still
Sizemore hitting home.
bouncing
Claudia to
around.
third. Catherine!
Oh no! It's a 2-run sack fly.
It's
Game is tied
8-0.
again.
We are at
Even
6.
when they get the out in
Even
left
up.
field, they still have issues. And now Nagasawa
Debbie,
could
the
end
winning
it.
run.
Once more, left field just destroys Houston.
My gosh!
Into left field. That one, if it
Thought that
stays
one's
fair,
gone.
it's good. It is off the wall, just not enough. It would have been out in
Jacinda
Parks.
bonks it down.
That would have been out in game 2 at Parks. It looked like it was going
Double
off the
for
roof.
Debbie.
But still, it's not the end of the world because Nomar's up next.
Winning run in scoring position.
This has got to be taken advantage of. Nomar's the 4th hitter in the order. If you're out here the 10th inning, you would only have 5 through 7 in the lineup. This has
Coming in Amir. That's pretty questionable.
again in center field. You know, they
I'd
had the stamina loss.
reinforce left field.
Yeah, but they had the stamina loss with the collision between Smith and Weber out there.
Oh, you're right.
So they have to go to Amir. There really is another option. Nomar got a good piece of it. It's playable.
Actually, if she doesn't catch this.
He does.
She did.
We're going to the 10th.
We're heading to 10. More
into double
free
digits.
baseball.
6-6. A game that never ends. Jocinda Smith leads things off for the visitors. Randy.
This is probably the
pitched a
best
full 9
backdoor
innings, I
baseball
will
game I've
say.
commentated.
Nomar got the first 2 batters in the first out of the first inning. It's been all Randy Johnson ever since. He's had some stamina boost along the way for the restarts.
Jocinda hits this one.
But it's playable and caught for the first out.
Good job tracking it down by Nagasawa.
Brings up Van Doren. right now. I feel it's safe to say that despite the miscues in the first, those were mainly from Randy Johnson's walks and actual fielding. All the fielding miscues have really come from Houston. That's what's kept the Double Rays alive. Johnson with another sure-handed play on the mound to get out number 2. Brings up Mary Riley again. Both teams with the middle of the lineup here, like 5-7 through 7-6 through 8. This likely won't be decided in the 10th either. This almost feels like a cool-down inning after the ninth for both teams to reset and regroup and try again in the 11th. Unless Mahoney tears the cover off of one of them.
This definitely feels like the coaches now have each other's numbers, like it's back in the day.
There's Mahoney, who could end the game with one swing of the bat. After that, it's though with Sharif and O'Connor. So if Mahoney does not drive one deep here, it's probably going to be a trip to the 11th. Unless, of course, the Astros find a new way to top the defensive gaffe we saw last inning. Which is possible. Mahoney hits it on the ground. Amir throws it to his brother for the first out.
You know, this is a really wholesome game. The Webbers have just been equal in sucking, and the Cons have been equal in being alright. Well, Amir's been amazing.
And you just spoke into existence for Sidney Weber. Could not come up with that one in shallow center. But Sharif on as the winning run for Mickey O'Connor. Infield playing in. So are the outfielders.
He realizes his mistake and calls him off.
We are now over 100 minutes into this one.
Is this a double play?
Gonna get the force at a second. Looking for the double play.
Oh my god! That's a great double play.
After all the Astros fielding miscues, they end the 10th with a 9-4-3 double play.
And Catherine Asher, not one you'd think would be turning a double play.
Walked last time. Set up a 2-run bomb from Amir. Swings on the first pitch. This will be done unassisted for out number 1 here in the 11th.
Oh, that was slow.
It's all about catcher framing this time. 1-1.
This is one of the best backyard baseball games I've ever seen.
Start and looked over as soon as the 3rd, but now we're entering the 11th.
You know, we came in here expecting something boring, just like a 2-1. Ended up being a barn burner.
We looked like we were going to get another solid pitcher's duel, and then the 2 runs came across in the 1st and 3rd, and it felt like, okay, Houston's got this one on lock, and then a cliff came.
Both of these teams have been equally clutch.
Held off. He's at a 2-2 count. Amir
this one's deep.
Into center. This might be shallow enough to get down. No, Nomar's got it. 2 away.
Looks really good off the bat. And here's Rachel, you should not be up. But who cares?
Well, she's got multiple base hits this game. This is probably actually a really good mistake if she can do something with it. Even getting on base for Ahmed would be huge.
You know, mistakes are only mistakes if I lose. I could see Rachel considering that one. Rio count? What is this, the 1st inning?
You almost got to think you got a walker here.
But that brings
the Ahmed, but... No, it brings the Ahmed, and again, the last time you walk someone run shot. But also, Asher didn't have power. La Buena definitely does.
Asher's 39 versus LaBuena's 98.
Yeah, if you put something out on the harder play where 3-0, you might get punished, especially now that Nomar's in. Apparently, Randy is finally out of gas.
Oh, that is
And it may
punished.
just cost him. First pitch from Nomar is gone.
This is an interesting situation, to say the least.
Randy was out of gas, missing pitches. Nomar comes in. You said they should have kept him in the first. Maybe that's why they didn't keep him in the first, because that just happened on the first pitch he threw in basically over a full regulation game. Over a full 1.5 in backyard baseball regulations. 7-6, 2 outs in the top of the 11th. Brings up Ahmed Khan.
You know, if they both
And
hit
whoever wins
bombs,
this
then
game
nothing really matters.
Bombers.
But if Ahmed gets out, then I don't know the ruling behind that.
It's true.
Because by
Could become
that logic,
controversial. Yeah, that run should not come across till the 12th. Then again, if Ahmed gets on base, you could argue it should have been a 2-run home run. So he gets on base, it
best
kind of becomes a
outcome
moot
for all
point.
of us is Ahmed hits a homer. Well, he strikes out.
No, that didn't happen. Swung on a pitch inside, and
It's controversy time.
I'm not sure about this one.
What's the ruling behind this? Anybody in Twitch chat got any ideas?
Everyone just faces the Bombers. Bombers beat both these teams regular season. They beat the Astros by 1 run in Week 10. Didn't play the
No.
Devil Rays all the way back in Week 1.
Now, I don't know if they're gonna call for, like, the run to be pushed to 12.
Sizemore kick-started that 9th inning rally last time. He will not do so here. He grounds out. Brings up Randy Johnson.
This could possibly be the most interesting ruling in a while.
Ups the Devil Rays to prevent that controversy by just scoring 2. Even 1 would still cause controversy. 2 would prevent it. Out 2-1 to the big unit. Did get on base with an infield single of all things last time.
Could be an outfield single, no, but Mir's there. Amir trying to cause as much controversy as
Possibly the
possible.
last out. Pending ruling. Brings up Claudia.
You know, it's maybe 7-6. It might be 6-6 with 1 run incoming into 12.
Well, another restart would allow Randy Johnson to return, though I don't think they're going to restart it because we still have 2 more regulation innings in this game state. You probably don't need
I mean,
a
it
restart.
really wouldn't need a restart because we could just say +1 next inning.
Oh. Out 1-1 to Claudia.
It'd be enough so that it'd just be no out manipulating.
Yeah, that also
Well,
really
Claudia's
hurt the
saying we
Devil
might
Ray.
not need that.
It's off the wall. Jocinda gets it. Good play and leftover for once. It will be a double. That puts the possible tying run, possible winning run over at second. Hey, if Courtney Valentino homers, it's all a moot point. Already done it once. Already done it once for runner on second.
The most interesting possible outcome is a ground rule double.
Fielding shifted over to the left side here.
This is a very interesting game state. And by interesting, I mean it's going to be a hassle for everybody involved.
2-1 pitch. Inside for ball 3. How do you throw outside to Valentino and just accept a walk? Oh, attack the zone, got a foul ball.
Valentino's not accepting it. Oh my gosh.
That may be the end of the double raise. It also may not. We're going to have to see.